NASCAR Countdown brought to you by Hankook Tires, Tame the Road, and NBA 09 The Inside. Nothing gets you closer, only on PlayStation. The Joe Gibbs Racing Team has won 17 times in 30 races during this NASCAR Nationwide Series season. Kyle Busch will drive the 18 car tonight, and Joey Logano there will drive the 20. You might have expected those two cars to have slowed down a bit after having both their crew chiefs suspended since mid-August, but that simply hasn't been the case.
The crew chief, car chief, and engine tuner for the 18 and 20 again suspended because of the violation of rules a week ago at Michigan.
A couple of miscues on this team, the 18 and the 20, missing their key guys down there on pit road. It really was amazing performance for this 18 team.
Dominant all night long.
And Rowdy Busch will do it for the 8th time in 2008. Denny Hamlin takes the win at Kansas, his 4th win of the year.
It was definitely a group effort. The Joe Gibbs Nationwide Series side has definitely got it figured out.
Certainly been no slowing down for the Gibbs guys, particularly the 18 car. In 5 races since those key leaders were told to stay home, the 18's won 3 times. Kyle Busch twice and Denny Hamlin once, while the 20 car has 3 top 10s, though they have been shut out of the top 5. Remember, though, they have the rookie driver Joey Logano in all of those races, while the 18 had Busch and Hamlin driving. The 18 tried to make it 3 in a row tonight. Kyle Busch aboard. Shannon, how's he feel?
Yeah, you know, a lot of people doubted whether this 18 and 20 team could continue the momentum when they lost Dave Rogers and Jason Ratcliffe. Of course, Kyle Busch, you have definitely kept that momentum up. Did you make a conscious effort to step up and take a bigger role in this team when you lost Jason Ratcliffe and Dave Rogers?
Not really, just kept doing the same thing I've always been doing, telling them how the car is and make it better.
Now, you won here in May, but that was in a Braun Racing car. What would it mean to go to victory lane in the Nationwide Series in a Joe Gibbs Racing car here tonight?
Well, it would mean anything. You know, we want to try to get a couple more wins before the year's out and try to reach that big number of 11.
All right, when Kyle Busch made his Nationwide debut here, he finished second. He was just 18 years old.
Joey Logano is going to start on the pole.
He came in with a lot of hype, but he has lived up to every single bit of it.
Joey Logano, can he win at the age of 18?
Getting ready to make history right here.
The 18-year-old in only his 3rd start is going to win at Kentucky.
The 18-year-old making only his 2nd start. It's kind of going a little bit tougher over here in this series.
Joey Logano has bounced off the wall.
He's been running around 40th all day long. Just really no speed there right now.
And Joey Logano, well, he's run some laps here, raced some Legends races, but never in a stock car. Minimal practice, couple qualifying laps. What do you think of this racetrack?
It's pretty fun. I actually kind of like this place. And we got the Farm Bureau Insurance Toyota out there today, and it seemed pretty good in practice. I really liked it in race run. It didn't make a mock run, so I qualified 4th. I think it's pretty good, though. We're kind of going back to our old ways as far as setting up this car. So seemed like it's working so far, and we'll see what we can do here. I'm pretty excited about tonight.
You are surrounded by veteran drivers. You have 2 chasers in front of you, 2 chasers behind you. What's your plan at the start of the race?
You know, it's pretty much the same as every other race. You know, see what you got, see what you can do, make it work better. You know, talk to your crew chief a lot, make the car as best as you can for the end of the race. Don't pay much to lead the first lap, pays a ton to lead the last lap.
That's right. He has 1 win in the Nationwide Series, Alan, and it came on a 1.5 mile track. And word on the street is the 20 car is the car to beat.
We'll keep an eye on things as the night progressed there for the young one, Joey Logano. No question he has had a stellar Nationwide Series season. 10 top 10s in 14 races so far, including that Kentucky win. He'll run the full Sprint Cup Series schedule next year in the Home Depot 20 car as Tony Stewart's replacement. His first couple of Sprint Cup races have been a little bit of a struggle for Joey. Rusty, what do you think will better prepare Logano for running the entire Cup Series next year? Running up front, racing for wins in the Nationwide Series, or logging any laps he can in a Cup car, no matter where he's at in the pack?
I don't want him to run every lap he can in a Cup car, no matter where he is in the pack. I just think that's not good. I mean, this kid's a good driver. There is no doubt about that. He's run good in the Nationwide Series, but to throw him to the wolves, so to speak, in the Cup stuff, say, hey, boy, get her done, and then put him in a car, that's a pretty good car, but it's not a Joe Gibbs race team. It's at somebody else's race team. Just get track time. I don't look what happened there. You know, we saw him run at the back of the pack all the time in that 96 car for whatever reason. I didn't like that. I really thought that tarnished his reputation.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I'm going to give him a mulligan until we get to Atlanta, and he gets an opportunity to run in the Joe Gibbs prepared race car. He's been running the Hall of Fame's racing equipment. It's not, he's not used to it. It's not a good adjustment for him to get in that race car. So let's see what happens at Atlanta. If he steps into that and steps up to performance, then it'll be a good fit for him.
And back to what we were talking about with Kyle Busch. For the Joe Gibbs racing team to lose that amount of leadership from these two Nationwide Series cars coming to the racetrack and still perform the way that they are. Surprised?
No. And from what I understand, I hear it throughout the garage that Kyle Busch is a tremendous data resource sitting in that race car. I hear he gives tremendous feedback to his car chiefs and his crew chiefs while he's in that race car. So I think Kyle Busch is a tremendous common denominator for that success that they're having there.
Kyle Busch does not have to rely 100% on the crew chief, Alan. He can do a lot of that stuff himself. He can say, I want this spring, I want that shock. He can help carry this car a little bit. And I think that's one of the reasons that Hamlin and Busch, both of those guys, have carried that 18 car without the crew chiefs being there.
And again, Kyle Busch trying for a third straight win for the 18 car tonight from 16th starting spot. The newest new name in the NASCAR Nationwide Series is 22-year-old Justin Allgaier. He's an Illinois native who makes his Nationwide Series debut tonight, driving for, of all people, Roger Penske, after taking a thrilling ARCA Series win at Talladega a week ago.
2.66 miles to go at Talladega. Joey Logano with a big run. He's got Justin Allgaier right behind him.
There's a wide open road.
Oh, what a move. How about that? Joey Logano tries to come up. He's not got enough time. Justin Allgaier will win at Talladega.
So who is this kid, Allgaier? He's from Riverton, Illinois, which is in the center of the state, adjacent to Springfield. He's from a racing family. He's come up through the short tracks, and this season has 5 wins and is second in points in the ARCA Series. So what's Justin thinking before his Nationwide Series debut, Mike?
Justin Allgaier has already proven he certainly knows how to wheel a stock car. 5 victories in the ARCA Series this year, but your crew chief, Matt Gimble, told me you're a little bit nervous. How do you feel right now?
I'm excited right now. Penske Racing has given me a great opportunity to come out here and run in the Nationwide Series. And, you know, we worked all day in practice to try to get the car right. And hopefully we can get this Penske truck and Dodge up to the front and just have a good night. We want to finish and get the most experience as possible.
What is a realistic expectation for you here in your debut?
Well, I think right now the biggest expectation is just finish the race with all 4 fenders on it and to be able to load it back in the trailer, you know, like we did when we unloaded it. But I think for me personally, you know, just getting used to all the other drivers and their driving styles and just having a good night. It's already been a great weekend for us and just really excited about it and couldn't be happier.
Well, guys, if you think it's easy to finish with all 4 fenders on it, just take a look at what happened in qualifying. Justin Allgaier rolls off 14th tonight.
Yeah, we'll see how the night unfolds there, Mike. Closing in on the start tonight in Charlotte, hard to believe Kevin Harvick has not won a Nationwide Series race here. He'll try again tonight from the 6th starting spot. We saw Brad Keselowski's nice save in qualifying. That means, though, he will have to come from 30th at starting spot. A lot of work to do for young Mr. K tonight. It is NASCAR Countdown from Lowe's Motor Speedway, where they're picking and grinning.
Oh, you stole my line. I'm a picking.
And I'm a grinning.